Nestled at the foot of Table Mountain, the Mount Nelson Hotel has welcomed Cape Town's preeminent visitors for more than a century. The Yulees are welcomed with an upgrade to the presidential suite and an invitation to the Nelsons' famous high tea.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. My name is Nick Saver. I am the managing director for the Mount Nelson Hotel.
This is plush.
I know.
The presidential suite is it's a fantastic suite, very spacious and very luxuriously decorated in a more contemporary style. It's sumptuous.
Look at this. Oh, I love it. It's really different from the other places we've stayed at.
Afternoon tea is incredible. We've become so famous for our afternoon teas. People who haven't even been to Cape Town sometimes travel here just to take afternoon tea. Really quite stunning. Really a lovely, lovely, and it's of course very reasonably priced as well. I think people love coming here because they really feel as though although they're in the city centre, they really feel that they're in an oasis of calm and tranquility.
Watching Dallas is how I learned my English.
Watching Dallas is where you learned English.
Yes.
Spending a day with Lily and seeing the township, absolutely life-changing.
While segregation no longer exists in South Africa, the people of Cape Town can never forget the horrors of apartheid. A new museum, built in an area known as District 6, long a whites-only area, educates young South Africans about the history of apartheid.
The area was developed from as early back as the late 1600s. It used to be a farm. Then it became a place where the freed slaves moved in, and because it is a port city, many of the people who migrated to Cape Town first landed there, so that was the very eclecticness. District 6 was viewed by the government as a slum and an area of dereliction, and therefore it was completely destroyed and then wanted to be rebuilt.
On February 11th, 1966, the government forcibly removed residents of color from their homes in District 6.
First family was moved out in 1968, and the last family was moved out in 1982. The residents who were still currently living there, they could see the destruction happening. Every day a truck would come past, and then they would start destroying their houses. So you could literally see your neighbors' houses being destroyed. Well, we'd like people to come and visit the District 6 Museum, not only to hear the story of District 6, but to hear the stories of forced removals in Cape Town, in South Africa, and across the world, and to see how politics can destroy a community, how politics can destroy a nation of people and destroy the souls of people.
It is humbling to pay honor to South Africa's struggle, perseverance, and heroism.
Here we are in what is called the township. It is essentially a black neighborhood where black South Africans live.
There are heroes everywhere. Like many South Africans, Lillian Gwaitana pulled herself out of poverty through sheer ingenuity.
My name is Lillian Gwaitana. Hello. Please welcome to Kayamandi. I'm in Stellenbosch, not far away from Cape Town.
After losing her job, she needed some money to hold on to a modest piece of land. Using a tiny cast-off stove, she started baking scones for school children, feeding the economy and the local kids all at once.
It's little.
It's very little.
It's little. Once upon a stove, that was the name. When I gave the name, I was under pressure, you know, when they ask, can you name your business? And you know, when you name your business, you need something, you know. Name is very important because, you know, when you name your thing, it tells about you. So when I think it was the only thing I can tell, it was the stove, I can give the credit to the stove. The stove did it for us. So that's why I named it Once Upon a Stove.
It must take hours and hours to make scones and muffins and...
Yes, that's why it was a tireless job.
I'm sure it was tireless.
Yes, I used to wake up at 4, sometimes at 2, to bake the 25 liters of bucket, you know, of scones. I'm well known because of the scones all over Kayamandi.
Lily prepares a feast for Albin and Melanie as she relates her inspirational history.
Spinach looks so good. I love spinach.
When I was 14 years of age, I moved with my parents to the Eastern Cape. My father was a pensioner, and he lived only for 4 years in the Eastern Cape. He died. After he left us, there was not that pension money we used to depend on. My mother begged me, Lily, go back to the Cape Town and work for us. I was very young then, turning 19. And because of this pass law, you had to have a permit to be in any town or any city. So I didn't have a permit.
Every black person needed a pass, and if you did not have that pass, you could be arrested, and in fact, that is what led to the Soweto uprising. People were killed because they didn't have the pass.
When I arrived in the Western Cape, I couldn't speak a word of English. So 1979, there was a soap called Dallas.
Dallas. I love Dallas.
Yeah, I love Dallas. So I wanted to hear JR, you know. So I was watching Dallas is how I learned my English.
Watching Dallas is where you learned English.
Yes.
So when you got this house, all you got was it was just a roof?
That side of the house, not this one.
This wasn't even part of it.
Yes. This part of the house was an extension. It was that side. It was just a roof, foundation, and a toilet.
No walls.
No walls, yes. You had to finish the walls. That is the subsidy. God is good all the time because I never think, because I know that I'm a poorest of the poor and I don't have an education. I thought people who are going abroad, the people with money and education, I didn't know if you've got a skill and, you know, a dream, it can take you wherever.
I can't even begin to talk about how inspiring Lily is. She says she's uneducated. I think the best thing that she never learned was quitting or failure. That's never an option. She just seems to keep moving forward and onward and upward.
I think sky will be the limit. I'll try to fly. Yes, I will try to fly.
Lily suggests they walk through Kayamandi to see how the people live.
Where in the world would you think that you're going to be walking around the township and having a view like this?
This is so beautiful.
This is $1 million view. You cannot exchange
it is $1 million view.
Anything, not for anything.
This is a community where the neighbors look out for each other. It is a place where if you do something wrong, there are 1 million witnesses around here. Because they are protective of their community and they are protective of their neighbors, they will come to the fore as a neighborhood watch, and you will have street justice.
So this is the business district? Is that what you called it?
Yes, it's business district.
As you can see, it says Spaza, which is a word for a grocery store.
Perhaps more than exquisite sights, the people of South Africa are the country's main attraction. Albin and Melanie have been invited to a bridal shower, Cape Town style.
All those songs, they've got message. They were talking, when you arrive in that home, you must be our ambassador. Yes, do what is good.
What we are gathered here for is to celebrate. So the family is announcing today that Numisa is getting married soon. And because of that, the community gathers together to give gifts.
When we go to the bridal shower, Because we didn't know very well in advance that we were going, we didn't bring a gift. But what we did bring was money. And having been a bride a year ago, I know that that's what any young couple wants.
To Ncumi, this is the lady of the hour.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this day with us. I know what it's like to be a bride, and I know how stressful it is. So here's a gift from us, and good luck. And I hope that your marriage is as happy as ours is. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your day with us. We loved it. Thank you.